complete to the plate.
Starting with the Portage Saints, who advanced in front 4 by defeating the Sturgeon Heights Huskies after a first round tie. The numbers of the Saints are number 11, Jenna Liebergorf. Number 6, Laura Burns. Number 8, Kayla Thurston. Number 13, Brooke Patterson. Charlie to start on us. Number 7, Devin Barodi. Number 9, Shaylin Buell. Number 10, Alicia Campers. Number 4, Spunk Cookie. Number 5, Jana Watkins. Number 3, Carly Smith-Mansky. And Louis Guerrero, number 14, Eric Owens. The Portage Saints are coached by Mr. Tim Lang and Derek Casper. Now, their opponents, the Lord Selkirk Royals, advanced by defeating Dakota Lancer in the first round bye. Let's meet the players. Number 24, Taylor Barrett.
All right, folks, welcome to the 8 p.m. second semifinal of the Varsity Girls 4A Provincial semifinals for the Manitoba High School Athletic Boston Pizza Provincial Volleyball Championship. I'm Grant McManus, and joining me tonight is Cam Johnson. We are here with the number 2 ranked Selkirk Royals taking on the number 3 Portage Saints, so we'll see you in for a good match here, Cam.
Yeah, I think so. The first match of the night, Sauvé and NBCI didn't disappoint, and
Second match of the night here to determine who's going to be facing off against Jean Sauvé on Monday. About to start here. Looking forward to another good match.
If you're wondering why we're off to a late start, it's because the first match went to the full extent of the 5 sets, ending up 15-12, I believe, in the 5th set for Jean Sauvé, who will advance to the championship match at 6 p.m. here Monday, December 3rd at the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Back to serve for the Portage Saints is number 4, Simone Crevier. The starting lineup for Portage, number 3, Carly Banfield. Number 4, Simone Crevier. 5, Jada Moffat. Number 7, Devin Brody. Number 9, Shaylin Bueller. And number 10, Alicia Caners. The libero, Aaron Owens, number 14. And we're underway.
Well, just like we saw in the first match of the evening there, Selkirk looking to establish middle early. Just a little bit of a miss hit there by Asha Gurney, but important to get the middles going early.
First pass taken by libero Emma Benson. She's number 4. Number 6, Isabel Benson. Number 11, Asha Gurney. Number 15, Holly Feschuk. Number 16, Kendall Sorakowski. Number 2, Olivia Waramy. And number 3, McKenna Wairiha. Back to serve is number 15. That's Holly Feschuk. Scores tied 1-1. Selkirk Royals coached by Kyla Michalski, and the Portage Saints coached by Derek Casper. Portage can't handle that serve, so Selkirk goes up 2-1 here early in the first set of the second semifinal. Serve taken by Owens, goes outside to 7. That's Brody. Little tip inside by Shaylin Bueller. Roll shot outside from Waira. Deep cross court. Owen plays that one up. Ball's outside to Brody for the Saints. Off of hands to score. We're tied at 2.
We're going to be treated to another big hitting match here, it looks like, right off the hop. Some big swings from the outsides on both sides.
On the service line, that's number 5, Jada Moffat for the Saints. They're going to get a free ball to tack off of here. Brody crushes that one down the seam.
Well, Brody, a tall left side hitter. First good look where she gets a nice approach and a high contact there, making no mistake about that one.
Moffat with the serve, dumps that one in after a hard aggressive serve to start with. Showing good control here early, moving the ball around. Also moving around on the back line. Ball comes out to number 3. She answers with a sharp cross court to score.
Well, we'll take a look at see what Portage does, if that's by design, but they were taking away the line there quite a bit. Was left an open cross court shot.
Coming in to serve for Selkirk is Peyton Wagner. Coming out is number 3. Owens with the pass. Realizes he's got to play that one over the net. Jumps to it. That's Olivia Waramy blowing that one through the hands of the blockers. So again, lots of pace on the ball.
Yeah, nice high contact, good snap to the wrist, brought that ball down to midcourt.
Moffat sets that one up for a back row attack by number 5. That's
number 3, I think.
Pardon, number 3, yeah. Banfield. There's Brody. Rolls that one to that seam between 5 and 6 on defense, and they can't control it.
Makes a big difference when you have a third contact that's not in system, but you're able to still take a good swing on it like Banfield was able to do right there.
Puts Devin Brody on the service line. She goes hard to 1.
Good vision.
Little 51-33 combo.
Good vision there, cut back to position 1 for the point.
On the service line, that's Asha Gurney. Owens with the pass. Good pancake there by Gurney. Keeps the ball alive. Moffat, she goes out to Crevier. Pardon me, Banfield. Banfield again, off hands, out of bounds for the point.
Good swing off there. Block not quite able to press the Palms back to position 6, which resulted in the ball being out of bounds.
So going into serve is Brooke Patterson. Coming out is number 9, Shaylin Bueller. Good job coming off the bench with the serve. Back set.
Just like in the first match that we saw, Marin Garcia running that step.
That's Sorakowski scoring on that.
Again, that step is a good set to make that forces your middle blocker to have to decide and create separation early in the match.
Brody with the hand pass there. Ball goes out to Banfield. Ball's off the tape.
Yeah, out of system there. I don't think that Banfield got that over the tape.
No.
Anyway, even if they were able to retrieve it.
On the service line is number 6. That's Isabella Benson for the Royals. Good save by Jada Moffat. Banfield with a deep roll to deep 5. Unable to control that is the libero, Emma Benson, for the Royals.
Subs coming in for Portage here now. We have number 8 coming in, Talia Dirksen.
And out is Alicia Caners. So a couple serving specialists for Coach Casper. Good push secondary set there across the floor by Olivia Weremy. Being left-handed, she's able to cut that one back inside. Moffat tries to dump that one, but the libero answers. Referee figured that one was offhand, so the ball continues. Owens with the pass. 4 hits and recovers. Banfield high off the hands. Successful attack down the line. Back to serve is number 2, Olivia Weremy.
Holly Feshak with a couple of swings there. The lefty hitting on the left side. That's an inside-out shot down the line that scores.
Hand pass by Brody. That's going to go out to Banfield. She tips. Picked up by the outside hitter. Banfield getting lots of volume early.
Yeah, absolutely, and making the most of it. Catching Isabella Benson, maybe not totally ready for that dig down the line.
Banfield on the service line now. That's Benson playing that. Good dig by Banfield in the back row. Brody's now in the front with a good tug on that one. Brody again turns that one down the line. Called in.
Well, we've seen some good second efforts and not quite emergency ball plays, but second efforts on both sides of the net to keep the ball in play. Again, just like the last match, both these teams are earning their points.
Little half-speed shot off there by, that's McKenna Warha.
Over/under on getting that last name right?
I might go down and sit by Coach.
I think we might have to.
Yeah.
Oh, good shot there. In the middle attack. Again, like we said earlier, right in the set, very important to establish the middle. Asha Gurney able to do just that with a good 31 attack, back to 1. And in all volleyball sets, always important to have your serving and passing game going. So both teams settling into an 11-10 Royals lead here in the first set. That one's going to go Portage's way here.
So coming out of the game is number 3, McKenna Vreha for the Selkirk Royals. So we hope we're now pronouncing that right with the help of her teammates on the bench.
Yeah,
so
did a little research. Good.
A little,
good.
Yeah, a little action research during the match. Outside set to Vreha. Keeps setting her, so I'll get it right. Big swing there by Brody. Ball goes inside now, just a little underset to Bueller.
Little underset there. She is the right set, but just not quite high enough. We're seeing both left sides on both teams right now, really going after that line shot. So we'll see if that continues on through the set and the match.
Back on the service line, that's number 4, Simone Crevier. Didn't allow the setter to set the ball, so called on a
over the net there,
over the net
and,
call.
Impeding the ability for the setter to make that set, which you can't do, but it's pretty tempting when you see that ball coming in.
And your eyes start lighting up. Kreschuk with the ace off of Owens in the back row. Moffat with a good hustle. Ball's played over by number 9. That's Shailene Bueller. Ashley Gurney on the step. She scores.
There's a clean step there that they ran. They'll be happy with that connection. Again, the step as a blocker is a little tougher and a little different look as well.
Ball kept in play. Off the net. Brody still gets up and swings. Vreha, quick arm. Ball's kept in play. Good patience and discipline to allow that one to come over. Selkirk with some great back row defense keeps some balls alive, successful on that rally.
Yeah, and it was their back row defense that allowed them there to earn that point on the second go around.
Owens looks like to be a bit of a target right now on the serve receive.
They seem to be going in that direction, yeah.
So first time out call by Coach Derek Casper of the Portage Saints to just give his girls a break in the action, trying to get reset.
Yep. Good pace to the game, which has been a 1-point game, or 1-point set. For the most part here, a little bit of a gap, and he wants to talk it over.
So again, our title sponsor for the Varsity 4A Provincial Championships is Boston Pizza, but Manitoba High School's athletics is also supported by the following supporters and companies: Sport Manitoba, Manitoba's credit unions, Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Manitoba Hydro, A&M Promotions, Macassa Canada, and Payworks. We'd like to give a big shout out to all those companies for their continued support of our student athletes across the province of Manitoba. An exciting time for all the volleyball players, as you know, they've been gearing up for, especially those in grade 12, trying to finish at the pinnacle of their high school career and play in a provincial championship.
Yeah, it's you can't really match the excitement of this tournament, the provincial tournament here. Rally the schools together. People are out with their instruments and their faces painted out in the stands here.
Yeah, you're always guaranteed to have a good cheering support from Selkirk. Nice dump there by Benson. Heads up that a little disarray at the front net and along Portage, and she had that open pot.
Yeah, Benson did a good job of going up with both hands there and hiding, disguising her dump and scoring on it.
So the varsity girls counterparts with the varsity boys there in the semifinals tomorrow night. So the town of Selkirk and Lord Selkirk.
Yeah, regional is
they'll be hoping both teams are in it, because then we'll be in for the Blue Wave on Monday night camp.
That's for sure, yeah.
Good duck out of the way. Good dodgeball player over there in the corner with Kreschuk getting out of the way of that line shot going long.
Yeah, Brody's had a couple of good swings. She's not missing by very much there, but she's going at the shorter blocker out of position too.
Good save there. That one was off the ball, so Vreha with the roll. Freschuk coming in, hitting the back row. Push there by Bueller. Asha Gurney sneaks that one through the block to score. So a convincing 21-12 lead by the Selkirk Royals over the Portage Saints right now in the first set of the second semifinal. The College on Sauvé Olympians have already advanced as they won in a 3-2 5-set match over the Mennonite Brethren Hawks.
Yeah, well, we'll see here. The Portage just got to settle down on their serve receive a little bit and find a rhythm. They've had a few good attacks that have just missed a little bit. Brody, especially out on the left side there, has had good swings at the ball and narrowly missed maybe 6 to 10 inches out the back, and that's it. And that can be the difference in going on your own little run. So they don't need to make huge changes, but settle into a bit of a rhythm here and stay within a couple of points.
Both teams, as they were ranked 2 and 3, they had a bye in the first round, so they played in the quarterfinals. As Jean Sauvé on Saturday, there's an ace by Freschuk. Portage advanced to tonight's semifinal by beating Sturgeon Heights in 4 sets, and the Lord Selkirk Royals, they advanced by beating the Dakota Lancers in a 4-set match as well. So that brings us to tonight. There's a hard shot taken by Weremy. No one there to pick up the second ball. So back on the service line is Jada Moffat for
Brody making a little bit of a shift in her approach there. She's been going line. That one she shifted it more to a shot to 5 and got the point as a result.
Into the game is number 1. That is Peyton Wagner, back to serve. And out of the game is McKenna Vreha. Good aggressive serve coming off the net by Wagner. Brody's been tagging off on balls, so caught the defense playing back on her and set them up for the tip.
Exactly, that's what opens up for you when you're swinging. So the 2 inches out the side there resulted in her ability to tip that ball and score that point.
Good serve by Wagner, but ball's back to Portage, so Vreha is back in. She passes a 3. Goes back to Asha Gurney. Sticks it in the hands of the blockers. They can't recover.
Good timing there and a different look there as a blocker where you see a player, you can peripherally see that player coming, attacking, and you really got to decide. And it's a lot of timing on a quick set like that.
Gurney to serve. Good drop on that ball. Benson back to Freschuk. That ball's out.
Yeah, a little execution there. I'm sure that they'll want to talk about that. And you can see Selkirk coach Kyla Michalski just telling, turn those hands to 6, turn the 6. She's making the right read.
So into serve is number 13, Brooke Patterson. So good aggressive serve taken by Vreha there. Ball bounced to the floor by number 2, Olivia Weremy. So Selkirk takes a 25-15 first set victory to go up 1-0 in this best of 5. So Coach Casper will reset his rotations. Assistant coach Tim Lang just talking to the girls.
Yeah,
just trying to keep them in the moment without getting too anxious. A lot of volleyball we played yet, Cam.
Yep, and maybe a little bit of nerves. Certainly not the start that Portage was after, but I think that they'll settle into the second set. We saw a little bit of that in the first, maybe not quite to the same degree, but they'll settle in there right away.
Saints in the first set of the second semifinal for the varsity girls 4A Provincial Boston Pizza Championship from the Investors Group Athletic Center.
Oh, we'll see how Portage responds here. Starts with the first pass.
This is a rotation that they had a little bit of trouble passing the first time. She didn't go back at all, and she comes back with a strong first pass. Great shot off the hand to score.
Yeah, she's doing a good job on the left side. Sometimes you try to do a little bit too much and hit a little bit too hard, and it ends up coming back on your own side. That time she gets it off the block and scores.
This is the same service-y rotation that Selkirk went on a run there in that first set with Feschuk on the service line.
Well, there was a net call there, but just kind of thinking along the same lines as
Coach Casper.
Coach Casper was there, but I guess maybe not much of an argument. So
no. Pass there by Brody. Banfield up with a good swing down the line. Feschuk takes that one, straps it on. Good call there by the coach to let Owens know it was going to be out of bounds. She pulls her arms down. Portage with the point.
And nice attack. And nice dig as well.
Talia Bueller into serve for number 10, Alicia Keeners. Both line judges call that one in, so she used the full 18 meters of the court.
Yeah, and when you serve deep like that and in between two people, you know, you'll hear it called a conflict zone, because it does make create conflict between the two passers as to who's going to take that ball. When the ball's out in front of you in that zone, you walk into it, it's less of a problem serve. But when you find the backcourt like that, it's really tough to pass.
Two aces by Dirksen. Good pass there by Waramy. Owens with the pass. Banfield's going to get a swing at it. She goes cross court. Little Barrow Benson can't pull that one back into play. So a bit of a serving run here by Talia Dirksen. Interesting, her first serve, she served from the left side of the service line. Now she's moved back to the right, rolls that one off the tape. Tip there by Crevier in the middle. Breha. Benson gets another swing, goes deep. Good cover there by the libero. Tip. Dirksen covers that one up. Banfield to the tip inside. Good extension there by Ashley Gurney with the putback.
Well, we're seeing good movement by the middles along the net offensively, but blocking as well. They're going from antenna to antenna.
Peyton Wagner into serve for the Selkirk Royals. 3 serving 4. There's an ace off the hands of Brody.
Yeah, Brody there didn't quite shuffle and get her platform to the center, and as a result, lost that ball to her right.
Crevier just keeps that one in play over the net. Ashley Gurney with the slide step. She scores.
Wagner putting them in trouble right off the start here. She's doing a good job with her serve.
Good pass there by Brody. She goes to Crevier off hands. Just can't control that one, so Portage with the point.
Yeah, big middle player.
We'd like to thank the South Central Athletic Conference for hosting the 4A Regional Championships last weekend at College Jean Sauvé for the girls and Dakota Collegiate for the boys, and all the respective phys ed staff and student volunteers. They did a great job. So this is Carly Banfield serving. Asha Gurney with the down ball. Ball comes out to Brody. She gets a good swing. That's Benson and Gurney on the set there, or on the block. Benson to Waramy. She goes off of hands.
Good shot by Laramie. That's
Yeah.
exactly what she was aiming to do right from the set. You could see she turned her approach there, found the block, and hit it off there exactly the way she wanted to.
Asha Gurney serving, 6-all. Owens with a good pass. Crevier with her strongest attack of the night.
Yeah, Selkirk on the net on that one. McCrivey's getting a lot of work in these last 5 or 6 attempts there, and starting to connect a little bit better with the setter. And as a result, we're in a 7-6 set here.
Just in time to go back to the service line. Good pass there by Vreha. A little off speed. Good tip to the pot there by Brody.
Yeah, good vision. She forced defender Holly Feshek to come from quite a ways back on the line there and was able to execute on the tip.
8 serving 6, the Saints up here in the second set. Good cross body shot by Sorakowski there in the middle to score.
Yeah, she went up with confidence there. She knew where she wanted to put that ball as well and found the floor directly.
Owens with a good pass. This one's coming out to Devin Brody. Sorakowski picks that one in play. Wareham just can't control her momentum and gets it called on the net. In for the Portage Saints is number 10. That's Alicia Kaner coming into the front row. And Talia Dirksen getting the 5s coming down the bench, doing a good job for her role, serving in back row. Good patience there by Brody to make sure the net or the ball broke the plane of the net before she put that one back down.
Yep, and tough situation for Selkirk setter Isabella Benson there. She's coming out of position 1, having to get to the net.
There's that conflict zone between the 5-6 seam of the libero and Vreha. So Portage, their first lead of the match, up 4 points here, 11 serving 7.
Yeah, things change really quickly there, and switch sides of the net we saw in the last match, but you get out to a good serving run, and that sets the pace. Everything stems from those 2 components of the game, your serve and your serve receive.
I believe in our first broadcast we brought to you the top 10 female well, they were all grade 12. It doesn't have to be, but we had the top 10 from the coaches poll. So Cam, if you maybe just want to go over that for our viewers.
Yes, and actually in this game we have a number of girls. So we saw about 5 of them being the last one. Here we have Asha Gurney from Selkirk, who is ranked 9. So coaches get together, submit their versions or what they think would be the top 10 players in the province. And so we have Asha Gurney from North Selkirk, who was 9th. Olivia Weremy, number 10, and some honorable mentions in this particular match as well. Simone Crevier and Carly Smith Banfield as well.
Good pass there by Benson. Sorakowski with the tip, picked up. Brody's going to have to play that one. Block was there, just couldn't seal the net, rolls down in front of them. Coach Casper just telling me how to press.
Players saying easier said than done, Coach.
Yeah. Devin Brody going back to the service line. 12 serving 8 here in the second set. Selkirk took the first set 25-15. Not the one you want to return a missed serve when you just got to back off a missed serve.
Yeah, those are the ones that that can cost you later on in the set, but both teams missing a few there, so they kind of wash each other out.
Nice shot down the line there by number 10, Alicia Kaner.
Yeah, good line shot. The blockers let that shot open, and she took full advantage of it.
So in to serve for her specialty position is Brooke Patterson for the Portage Saints. Weremy takes that one. It's going to go outside to Vreha. She goes cross court. Picked up by the player coming in. Banfield with a pull on it, just didn't get enough. Coach Casper looking for a touch, but none to be found.
Yeah, I don't think she was able to get the top of the block there. Lots of eyes in terms of officials around here.
Yeah.
They usually catch those.
Good pass off of the serve there. Kaner trying to go down the line. Ball came back.
Yeah,
Saints couldn't
I think
control.
learned from the last shot there and made a little bit of an adjustment, sealing the line and blocking the ball.
Moffat looked to play that one off the bottom of the net, but never made it to it, so unable to have a play. We hope you're enjoying the coverage brought to you by LRSD.TV. It's a production of the broadcast media course at the Riel Arts and Tech Center and Riel School Division. The camera work and the production is all done by students in the course. We're now tied at 13, folks, so a little bit of back and forth, couple runs here for both teams. Good pass there by Owens to turn that one. Crevier into the block. Asha Gurney with the putback. It's still kept in play. Banfield rolls that one to deep 5. Wareham with the free ball pass. Ball goes back to tight ball for Banfield. She does a really nice job of being able to keep her body in play. But Breha bounces that one off the floor.
Yeah, and you see libero Emma Benson on Selkirk, who is feeling it out there now. She made a good play from the backcourt to keep that ball off the floor, and her team scored as a result.
Good pass by Brody. Goes to Crevier in the middle, off the hands of Gurney, who can't press over the net to seal it.
Good swing there, and you saw the difference. A little bit higher set, a little bit different timing, and that, I think, is where she's right in her wheelhouse. And if you can keep the set at that height, she's going to have a lot of success here.
Talia Dirksen into serve. Great aggressive serve off the hands of Wareham. It's still in play. Roll shot by Breha. Put back by Crevier. So
yeah, these teams know that if you serve to just not miss or to put it in the court, that ball is going to be coming back at you really fast. So they're going after it.
Gurney on the slide there, takes it down line. The level of play here in the varsity girls final is exceptional. You know, the options that these girls are looking for, their vision and then ability to convert. Crevier with a little 32 there.
Well, we've seen that one already by Wareham, and that's...
That ball was outset again. Good body control. Ball was set outside her. She reached outside with a little inside-out swing and brought it back into play.
Yep.
Crevier does well to put that one in play. A little over rotation there by Wareham. Out the sideline. Carly Banfield back to serve. Back in is McKenna Vreha for the Royals.
So set a front row for the Royals here. We'll see what kind of options she uses.
Yeah, she's got Wareham in the outside and Gurney in the middle. She goes to Wareham. She just can't pull that one back over the net.
Yeah,
Ball's outside the antennas.
Bit of a misfire there.
Yeah. 17-16 here with Carly Banfield on the service line. Good save there by Moffat. Off the dig by Owens. Outside to Brody. Off the hands, ball still kept in play. Asha Gurney with the tip. Tough play for her off that conversion.
Well, middle player, Simone Crevier, just pushing that ball a little bit too much. On a back set, too.
Yeah.
Never too sure when those middles start. Maybe back sets back there. They're the ones that I play with. Sorry, guys.
Nice little roll shot there. Pancake kept in play.
Sneaky play there.
Very sneaky offensive play there by Jada Moffat to score.
Yeah, can't do it too many times, but when it's timed right, that's the results you get there.
Again, good vision, knowing what's been happening and where your blockers are. Simone Crevier with the serve to Benson. That one goes inside to Sorakowski.
Sorakowski's got an unassuming approach there, and then all of a sudden she's up high and hitting straight down like on that last shot there.
Good effort to keep that one in play. Ball goes outside to Weremy, tight to the pin. Off hands, out of bounds.
Nothing more frustrating as a coach when you know that's the #1 shot, and you see both coaches on both sides when that's happening. Turn, but sometimes the hitter has a different opinion about it, regardless of what you're doing as a blocker.
Benson did a good job on that set to Weremy on the outside. Got it right to the pin, and Moffat just couldn't close and then get her outside hand.
Yeah. Conflict zone serve again there right at the back line for a point for Selkirk.
Banfield with the pass. It comes out to Brody. Put back there by Feschuk. Good reach in there by Sorakowski, so she's doing it offensively and defensively.
Yeah, we saw that's a big net presence there by Selkirk. Two attempts for Portage to put the ball over, but Selkirk's closing the door. Have to go way up to put the ball over.
So 21-18 here in the second set. Selkirk up 1-0. The winner of this match will advance to the 6 p.m. final on Monday night, December 3rd, here from the Investors Group Athletic Center, to see who's champion of the Varsity Girls 4A category with the Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association. Brought to you by the title sponsor, Boston Pizza.
Well, these programs obviously doing a good job. We talked about it in that first match there, Grant, about how these Final Four teams are the same Final Four teams and programs that were competing last year as well.
So one of the teams that was in the final that advanced was College Jean Sauvé. So, you know, Portage is going to dig in deep to try and get a shot to get a little bit of payback against the Olympians as they were in the final last year.
Yeah.
Good aggressive push there by, that's number 9 at the net, Shaylin Bueller. Coming into the game is Caners, and out is Talia Dirksen. Moffat on the service line, so she's going to get 3 hitters up front. Good recognition there by Moffat. Ball was called in.
Yeah, a deep shot caught the back line there. Selkirk's up by 3 here in the second set.
Coach Casper looking for the second official. There he is, calls the timeout.
Well, Selkirk's doing a good job right now of putting a lot of pressure on the Portage serve receive.
Boy, are they ever. There they are, flat and hard coming across the net.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're doing a good job of not serving at a player or at a position, but forcing them to decide who's going to pass, and then on top of that, having to execute the pass, coming off, like you say, a good, tough, flat serve.
We hope you're enjoying the coverage here on LRSD.TV and you're enjoying this high school volleyball. There's more coming your way tomorrow night. We'll be broadcasting the Varsity Boys Final Four. The 6 p.m. match will be the Dakota Lancers at number 2 taking on number 3 Steinbach Regional. That'll be a repeat of the South Central Athletic Conference final. And on the 8 p.m. semifinal, it'll be the Lord Selkirk Royals taking on the number 1 St. Paul's Crusaders.
Didn't we predict that one there in the SCAC final, that was not going to be the last time those two teams were going to play each other?
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to calling that match. Matches. Back on the service line is Devin Brody. Good pass there by Weremy. Sorakowski scoring and defending at the net.
Second time we've seen that play by Sorakowski. Kind of drags the arm swing a little bit, and it's somewhere between an attack and a tip to position 1-2. Pretty tough to defend.
Into serve is number 5, Abby Benson for Sorokoski. Owens with the pass. That's going to come outside to Banfield. Big swing there. Good recognition by the team to let that one go.
Yep.
And Brooke Patterson coming in for her usual spot to serve.
See these teams using their serving subs a little bit more than Sauvé or MBCI did.
For those not familiar with our Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association rules, we have unlimited substitutions, which means, as we're seeing here, number 9, Shaylin Bueller and Patterson exchanging positions every time they have front and back row switches. Allows players to maximize their skills and allows coaches to extend the number of players that can get into a match, so it's good all the way around. Crevier with a good high reach off Benson, the libero. So Coach Kyla Michalski decides it's time for timeout at 24-22.
Oh, we talk about having the 12 substitution rule. It almost gives you another libero in a way, or you can use another player for a defensive and serving purpose. It really does change things though when you go to a club national championship or something that doesn't use the 12 sub rule. It really changes what you can do. So when you come back, you do definitely, like you said, realize the advantage you have and the ability to get more players in, and tactics change a little bit with it too.
Both teams are back onto the floor. We are at 22 serving 24 here in the second set. We've got Brooke Patterson on the service line for the Portage Saints. Good play there by Asher Gurney. The ball just rolled down the net. Good put back by Crevier again. Ball comes back to Feschuk. She turns it down the line. Banfield turns that one into a play. Ball's kept in play. Moffat chases that one down. Right idea, just couldn't convert with Asher Gurney in the middle.
I'm not too sure if that shows up on TV when you're watching or online when you're watching it, but Moffat did a fantastic job of running and setting sideways almost at the same time there to keep that ball in play.
Yeah. Banfield keeps it alive. Moffat comes back to Banfield again. Banfield off hands. Waremy with the back row dig. It goes outside to Vreha. Crevier starting to have a presence at the front row here. Banfield, nice pull off the net to dig that. Good extended rally on both sides. Portage, that was a 50-50 ball. They decide to play it. Crevier keeps that one in. Benson out to Vreha. Cross court with the winner.
Vreha taking a little bit off of those last 3 or 4 attacks, but it worked out in the end.
Yep.
Able to hang on there. Portage put on some good pressure in the last part of that set.
Selkirk goes up 2-0 here. But I think Coach Casper will be encouraged by his players in the second set.
Yeah, they were able to respond there and tighten it up.
Yeah.
I think it's just a question of settling down a little bit and getting organized on the serve receive. They got to find a way to eliminate 2 or 3 of their errors and translate that into a couple of points on the other side, and just get one set, not look too far ahead.
Yeah, I think if we had the stats line, I would think we'd probably see that Selkirk's probably putting Portage in a little bit more trouble off the serve than the other way around.
Yeah, I think so. And typically when you, if you're winning the serve receive battle, you will win the majority of the matches that you find yourself in. More so than if you're leading the attacking or blocking or digging any of those other stat lines. Yeah. It always comes down to the serve receive at all levels.
Well, plus it just helps give your setter's got lots of options, and then everyone's got confidence coming to the net.
Yeah, you're in system, and often we are, when we're training attack in system in practice, you are training in system, and so it's a comfortable place to be. No doubt.
Well, we certainly hope for both teams. They have a bit of an extended drive going home, so I know that Mother Nature had turned on the winter button when I came in, so we're hoping that you know, it settled down a little bit and both teams were able to get home safely after tonight's match. With Portage got about an hour drive, and Selkirk, well, literally probably going an hour the other way when it's all said and done going through the city.
Yeah.
So Coach Michalski has her girls ready to go here for the third set. This is the challenge, though. You go up 2-0 and trying to convert that third one to a sweep.
Yeah, and they're all talking about it. This, you know, don't take it for granted. We got to push. Let's do it now. But you know that it's a tough set to win.
Yeah.
Portage has got different ideas. They want to get back to the final where they were last year, which you mentioned, and they're not going to make it easy by any stretch.
Simone Crevier for Portage Saints in the middle, number 4, was prominent in that second set, so she'll be looking to continue her play.
Yeah, I think that's key, and that comes down to that serve-receive piece too. When you're strong, you have strong players in the middle, you want to be able to use them. And there we tried it on the Selkirk side there to stretch that 31, maybe a little bit too far, and wasn't able to get it over the net.
We've got Devin Brody on the service line. Going hard cross court at the libero on those first 2 serves. Owens with that pick up deep cross court. Banfield off the hands. Benson having to play the first one, so Feschuk sets that.
Yeah,
Brayhaw looks to turn that one down the line. She's out, but Moffat's on the net for the Portage Saints.
Yeah, just reaching a little bit too aggressively there and got caught on the net.
So we have Holly Feschuk. That is a tough ball to set from the back row there.
Yeah, it started off with a serve that I suspect started going to Banfield in position 5, and then by the time it was done, it ended up in position 6. So tough to better the ball after that. Well, this is a sneaky serve. I think Feschuk is not casual, but it's just a little toss, but then that leaves her hand really fast.
Banfield with a big swing. Werrimy with a good dig off of hands at the back. Owens with a sound dig.
Well, it's a good block by Gurney, but I think that point starts with a back row dig by Werrimy. They're a good read in exactly the right spot where she needed to be in position 5-6 in the backcourt.
Just looking at the what grades these girls win. Coach Michalski has a mix of 11s and 12s on the floor. Had a chance to talk to Coach Casper before the match, and I think he only has one grade 12 on the lineup this year. So, you know, a bit of a rebuild. He was in the finals last year, so he's done well to get back to this point with a young squad.
And it bodes well for next year as well. So like we said, there's some good things going on in these programs that they'll find themselves here.
Unfortunately, tried to save that one. It was just off the antenna, so Selkirk goes up to an early 6-1 lead here in the third set.
Well, we know how quick this can change, though, don't we? Like we've seen that.
We have a couple times tonight.
Yeah.
So on Monday night, we'll start a broadcast at 6 o'clock. So if you tune back into LRSD.TV, you'll see the girls' championship with Jean Sauvé taking on the winner of this match, and the boys' final yet to be determined, with those matches taking place tomorrow night, the semifinals. So again, lots of volleyball coverage for those that love it. Keep tuning into LRSD.TV, and we'll keep enjoying bringing you the coverage, folks.
What a great thing, great opportunity to have this broadcast by LRSD TV, and for the players too, and capturing it for later on. I know we were looking through old video of past Final Fours not too long ago either, when we were talking about the early 2000s when Jean Sauvé was here last, and they were taken from a VCR tape, so pretty pixelated.
Yeah. Simone Crevier with an aggressive attack on that one. Yeah, now with these games being broadcast and stored right to YouTube, they're there indefinitely. So all you need to go in is into YouTube and look up LRSD.TV, and you'll see all the different coverages, because it's a very broad spectrum of types of things that they cover, which gives the students a full experience. Under the leadership of Eduardo Lobo.
There you go. There might be a few other people.
There might be a few other, yes. I hear this Ken Planick guy is pretty good too.
That's what I hear. Well, Portage has walked away back into this set here at 6-4. An all right pass, probably about a 2 out of 3 pass there, but just low set and nothing you could do. Gurney could do to fix it in the middle.
Coach Michalski keeping up the positive energy.
On the outside anyway, probably dying on the inside when you were up 6-1 and now it's 6-5.
That's right. Banfield
make it 6-6.
Yeah. Gets the separation, goes over top of Benson at the net. So good resilience demonstrated by the Portage Saints here, down 2-0 and down 6-1, but scratching and crawling their way back into a 6-all tie.
Yeah, this Portage team, they've been in some big games this year. They finished first in a tournament in Regina. They were kind of like a combo of 3-4, the way the tournament lines up in Selkirk. First at Westwood, 5th in the Portage Classic, and then 4th in the Save Patel Invitational not too long ago. So these teams have, like, and we mentioned it all night, but these teams have been finding success against each other. So rankings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is,
well, you look at their overall,
pretty much interchangeable.
Yeah, their overall season record, Portage comes in at 40-11. Selkirk comes in at 43-8. So yeah, not a whole lot of difference to be found here. Vreha was
both teams
push.
know how to win.
Good play there by number 9. That's Shaylin Bueller. It's a deep 5 to score. Good pass there by Werrimy. Good step for Gurney. Banfield gets a bit of that, but
yeah,
still able to convert it.
That's a good matchup. That's Gurney on Banfield on one-on-one basically, and Gurney comes away with that one.
So that's Peyton Wagner back in, or Wagner to serve.
Well, she did her job on that one.
Yeah, all the specialty servers in both matches have done an exceptional job coming in off the bench.
Yeah.
It's probably why the coaches have them do that, I suppose.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, at this point, they're not just rolling the dice and see who's got the hot hand coming in.
No. Subs on both sides.
Yeah. That's Kaner's coming back in for the Portage Saints into the front row, and Vreha coming back in after Wagner did her job on the service line. Benson with a nice pass.
Selkirk did a really nice job on that one. There was a good pass, and you could see all attackers starting their approaches at the same time, and the setter taking advantage of that and dumping it herself.
Yeah, and the blockers keying on Gurney coming hard in the middle.
A wave of attackers coming.
Yeah. Good pass there by Banfield. Shaylin Bueller with little miss hit, but the result scores.
But another good run there too. We see the same thing on the Portage side. Good pass, all attackers coming at once, and getting a one-on-one on the step on the outside.
Yeah. So Banfield goes hard cross court to the Barrows Benson. She now comes outside to Werrimy. Owens gets a touch on it, but they can't play it off the net.
Now Werrimy got a good high contact there and had her shot and managed to avoid the block entirely and score.
Maybe a bit of a force there by Moffat to try and hit Bueller in the middle. Caners goes deep. Freyhod digs that one up. Weremy with the set to Feschuk on the opposite side of the net. She converts.
Yeah, that was a good little shot there. She took a little bit off of it and was able to put that sharp cross.
See a Selkirk alumni in the crowd. Coach Rick Scott, former coach of the Selkirk Royals, now out at Dalhousie University.
Dalhousie,
so
that's
he's
right.
back here to take in provincial championships, and I'm guessing he's probably got a scouting pad out a little bit.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been out there for a little while now. And
he has.
doing a good job.
Banfield with a nice pass. Weremy with the easy putback on that one. Now slid it out to a 4-point lead here.
Yeah, Portage has got to get back to their serve receive here and putting them in trouble. They're starting to run around a little bit.
Isabella Benson on the service line. Goes hard down the line to Brody. Good swing out of the back row by Banfield. Sharp cross court. Feschuk keeping it alive. Good communication on Portage as to who's playing that. Benson goes back to Feschuk. Ball's kept alive. Owens with the dig. Comes back to Caners. She looks to go cross court. Girls are enjoying this one, some smiles.
Yeah, I noticed that too, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, an extended rally there with some good swings. Good job at the net.
Brooke Patterson in for the Portage Saints. Weremy with the pass. It's going to come outside to Feschuk. Patterson now passes, and it comes back to Caners with the tip. Libero Benson, and then the setter. Banfield with a good dig. Brody with the roll. That's well defended. Banfield with a hand pass. Brody gets something to swing on. Good quick reaction off the block.
Just not quite able to stay off the net there, which is unfortunate. Good swing
Very
outside by Brody.
Yeah. Great reactions by the Portage players with some quick balls coming off of blocks to keep it in play.
I think both teams are going to want to get back to set in the middle a little bit here. Everybody's in the front for Portage. I'm going to want to use her.
Now into serve is number 8, Talia Dirksen. So she typically has gone to that first serve from that side, and then she's moved to the other side of the service line. So we'll see if she gets a second chance. Freyha, wow, great effort by Dirksen to keep that ball in play.
Oh, looks like she's going to stay on that
she's
side.
Going to stay on that side. May have a target. This just gives her a little better angle to attack. Benson with the pass. It comes back to Feschuk.
Good cross court shot
doesn't get rotated around, and she scores into one.
Yeah.
Asher Gurney back into the front row for the Royals. Back to serve now is number 5. Coming in, that's Abby Benson. Tough ball from off the play.
Yeah.
Flat, low, didn't have a whole lot of options.
Yep. Ideally, you want to try and get your hands on it, but when that ball's coming that fast right at you, there's not a lot of chance to do that.
Owens with the dig. Good turn down the line there by Brody. Gets stuck in the hands of Benson.
Yeah, Reha didn't like her swing on that ball there. You could tell her body language even during the rally there that she wanted another crack at that one. Well, Portage not going away here. They are serving their way back into this one. 16-14, down by 2 points here in the third set. Swing and a miss.
Lost that connection since that first set and a half with Gurney and Benson.
Yeah, and you once the middle stop connecting on, you start to train the other team's blockers, and they're just out camping out on the left side and starting to touch the block and get a lot of second chances.
Freja with a
found a way to
little cross court shot
found
there.
a way to make that one work. Wasn't an ideal situation, but good job keeping that one in.
She took a sneak peek at the coaches, and they were all having a little happy moment with that shot that she just scored on. Portage answers, and Simone Crevier goes back to serve.
Off the blocking out there,
16 serving 17. Simone Crevier on the service line. Bueller back in the front row in the middle with Banfield and Moffat in the front row. Benson with a nice pass.
Good swing by Banfield, and starts off with the serve. For those viewers at home who might not, who might be just joining in or watching volleyball, or one of the first times, or not as familiar with the game, you'll see there that last time they were serving to position 1, which makes it a lot tougher on the setter.
Yeah.
You can see the coach Casper going back and giving the direction for the same serve there. And what happens is the setter has to take the ball over her left shoulder, kind of looking backwards, which just makes that much more pressure on her.
That's, they almost kept that one alive off the rebound, but that's the combination that Ashley Gurney was looking for.
Yep.
So
good contact there.
Portage in the right spot, just couldn't control the pace. Tied at 18 here in the third set. Selkirk Royals up 2-0 in the second semifinal of the Varsity Girls 4A Boston Pizza Provincial Championships.
I'm impressed with Wagner, who comes in here and just hammers a serve that's about 6 inches over the top of the tape, and doesn't seem to bother her at all.
Boom, there it goes. Good pass there by Brody. Good set to the pin for Banfield. Bueller caught at the net there. Didn't have much play. Back-to-back kill for Ashley Gurney in the middle.
Yeah, and again there you see the impact of being able to set your middle. Everything happens quicker there, so it challenges your blocking defense a lot more than the high ball outside will.
Again, Wagner just going back and ripping on the serve. Coach Casper calling the timeout, trying to stop the bleeding here at 21-18.
Yeah, and Wagner celebrating with her teammates as she walks in there. And you get to this point of the season, and these teams, and we talk about how good the programs are. It's how good they play volleyball, no doubt, but it's also how they build these teams and how they come together as a team and accept roles and accept each other here. And you really see the camaraderie. But when you watch the game a lot, you see the system parts, and you see these players, the way they're moving on the court. That's not accidental. So you get a lot of hundreds of hours of training.
Yeah, the commitment to each other, to trust each other, and then the commitment just to the sport, their passion to, put those hours and miles in. And I know the girls, be grateful for the parental and the family support to make sure they get from point A to point B, because it's a lot of time that they commit to the sport, and I'm sure all of them are all doing well in the classroom too. So that's the other part of being the student athlete is they're successful in the classroom, but there's a lot of traits carry over from one to the other.
Absolutely. Today at the Final Four luncheon, one of the questions they were giving off prizes for was who is the most hardworking coach in the room, and everybody in the room pointed to their coach. So a big shout out to all of those people as well.
Banfield swinging hard, scores through the block off of Benson. So coming out of the game is Wagner, and back in will be McKenna Vreha. Back in is Caners for the Portage Saints into the front row.
The 21-19 important serve here.
Moffat serving, so she's going to have 3 hitters up front. Ball comes outside to Laramie. Good try by Kaner to keep that one in, but off her hand and off the antenna.
It's not quite able to handle that attack.
Sorakowski into the front row. So it's service ace by Ashley Gurney.
Yes, that's a good serve. And Ashley Gurney's a tall player, so that contact is starting high in the ball. The bottom just dropped out of it at the attack line.
2 possible match points. Kaner's with the tip, keeps that one alive. Sorakowski takes a rip, pushes the block off, score. Possible match point here for Ashley Gurney back on the service line for the Selkirk Royals to advance to the 4A Girls Provincial Championship Boston Pizza Final on Monday night, December 3rd at 6 p.m. Ball still alive. There's the match, folks. So congratulations to Coach Carla Michalski, Jamie Uzdebski, Logan DeSorsi, and Alicia Shumka, and manager Jared Labarge for the Selkirk Royals on advancing to the Boston Pizza 4A Varsity Girls Final, taking on the College Jean Sauvé Olympians Monday night at 6 p.m. here at the Investors Group Athletic Center. You can tune back into LRSD.TV for that coverage, as well as the varsity boys Final 4 games tomorrow night at 6 and 8 p.m. Cam, your final thoughts?
Well, it was good, a good match for Selkirk. I don't know that Portage ever got fully into a groove there, but got to give them credit as well, because they could have packed it in with a couple of those leads, and they fought their way back into every set. So congratulations to both teams for getting here, and best of luck to Selkirk as they move forward as well.
And we know that Coach Casper had a big turnover from last year, as he only has 1 grade 12 in the team, so he'll be looking to build on the experience, and that's a big part of this is, you know, they've had a chance, they've had a taste, so they'll, you know, be wanting to continue that hard work to get back here next year. They'll
carry it forward for sure, and be better for it, no doubt.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in to LRSD TV. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. Enjoyed it enough to join us back here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the boys matches with Dakota Lancers taking on the Steinbach Regional Sabres, and then the St. Paul's Crusaders taking on the Selkirk Royals at 8 p.m. So with that, we'll turn down the mics and have a safe evening, everybody.
Again, thank you everyone. Good night. Tomorrow we have some boys semi-final action, and on Monday evening we will have both finals of the 2018 Boston Pizza 4A Volleyball Championship.